You're tuned into the WDKX podcast network where the conversation never stops. I'm welcoming you to Parenting Tips with Dr. Glow on this particular network, and I'm reminding you that education is in my DNA. So, we are celebrating the month of March every year, and today is March the 6th, 2026, and we are celebrating women's history. History, or sometimes, as I say, her story. And my story is the story of five beautiful women who may never be talked about in media, print media, social media, whatever other type of media there is. But I am celebrating and I am paying homage to them on today. And what I realized as I was reflecting on creating the content for today is the impact that they've made either directly on my life or on the lives of those who are connected to me. Without them, I really don't think that I would be who I am today. The first person I want to mention is my grandmother, Rosa Lee Weatherspoon. Rosa Lee Weatherspoon was the mother of my mother. She was the mother of eight children, four boys, four girls. And she was a woman who used her hands for just about everything. She made clothing from underwear to outerwear by hand. She was a person who would cook and would serve the community there in Central Florida. And she was the woman who became a minister's wife, a pastor's wife, later in her life, and a lady who literally was known within the community. I was a mere 3 years old when she passed away, and I do not remember her. However, I was told many things about her. And I'm sharing this today, parents, because many times we don't tell our children about those ancestors who have impacted our lives. And this lady, along with my mom, literally fasted, which is a thing that happens in the world of Christians, fasted for 40 days, only non sugary drinks with my mom because I had a health issue. And as a result, my health issue went away. And I no longer have it and it did not come back. You talk about a major impact. That was one. And I know many times, moms and dads, we have folks who have impacted us in a negative way. However, my goal today is to help you to remember those women. I'm not talking about men today in particular, but those women who have impacted your lives in a positive way. Share that with your children. As a matter of fact, I paid homage to my grandmother by giving her first name as a middle name to one of my children. And that I did because I wanted to be able to say her name on a regular basis. And I ensured that that daughter knew the heritage that was left behind by her grandmother. The second person that I literally have to celebrate is the person that brought me into the world. And that woman is my mom, Annie Morgan. She is what I call the social butterfly. She is a retired social worker, and she had three of us. And unfortunately, by no doing of her own, she became a single mom in her early 20s. And as a result, had to raise two sons and a daughter. And I always tease and say I was the rose between two thorns because I'm the middle child. Everybody had their status. There was the older brother and there was the younger brother who was the baby of the family. And I was the middle child and the only girl. And because of the life that she led, which was a life of service, she volunteered here, there, and everywhere from Boy Scouts to United Way to nonprofit boards to the prison system. Yeah, I said it, prison system. She showed us the value of being able to, no matter what place a person was in, being able to respect them and show them that you care. So, compassion is the word that I remember from this particular woman, my mother. And mom and dad, if we can't show compassion, if our children cannot see that, then that is something that we have to make a change to ensure that they understand the value of showing compassion. That compassion is something that has been passed down. And with my brothers, myself, and our children, and there's a few of us with children, and there are those with grandchildren. She was a person that also taught me the positive impact of prayer. And I'm sure her mom did that and she passed it on to me. And guess what? I'm passing it on to my daughters. Most of us do understand the value of trusting in a higher power. For me, it is God, God Almighty, and His Son, Jesus the Christ. I'm not preaching, I'm simply giving you facts about how my life has been shaped. Can you understand the value of shaping your children's lives and the impact it will have on generations to come? The third person I want to talk about, and she's the final one I will talk about today, is my kindergarten teacher. Yeah, her name was Sarah Vick. That lady stayed in touch with me throughout my life, literally throughout my life, and was there for my bridal shower. Can you believe that one? Anyway, I was so in love, literally loved my teacher on the first day and would go back every year from first grade to second grade to third grade to fourth grade to fifth grade and visit her because I was in the same building. Well, it didn't happen after that because I was moved to another building, but I did stay in touch with her and loved her dearly. And because I believe she gave me the um, what I would say the encouragement to enjoy and love learning. And hey, look what I'm doing to this day. I think she, no, I don't think, I know she made an impact in my life. And my voice is kind of cracking because I can get a little teary eyed because she's no longer with us. But understand, teachers do make an impact. If you have a child that's in the classroom and your child is not being nurtured, is not being supported, is not being encouraged, you need to ensure that either a change is made or you speak respectfully to the teacher and ensure that your child is comfortable and enjoys the experience. Yes, I'm talking about Women's History Month. And yes, I'm talking about those who have made an impact in my life. Think about it. Many times we have the negative folks, but today take a pause and think about the positive folks who have been in your lives and introduce your children to them. Tell your children about them. They, for me, have been mentors. My mom has been a mentor. Yeah. Mrs. Vick was a mentor. And as I said, I did not know my grandmother. So I have a question for you. What woman or what women do you want to pay homage to or celebrate because of the impact they've made in your life? Thank you for tuning in and listening to Parenting Tips with Dr. Glow on the WDKX Podcast Network, where the conversation never ends.